All right, Brent is here. He's back to talk about the newest releases in books and music, and you have a pretty good selection today.
Oh, pretty good selection. Yeah, I wouldn't call it exemplary, but it's pretty good.
Okay.
We were, I just love coming here as we talk about food before the break, and then I get hungry.
And then we get hungry, and then we're sitting here hungry while we're doing the segment, right? Yeah.
Well, anyway, we want to talk about music, books, or movies first.
You pick.
How about let's talk about a little bit about Mr. Tony Bennett.
Okay.
Mr. Tony Bennett, of course, one of the greatest voices in the industry.
Right.
He has more greatest hits collections than I can keep track of. So, of course, he has a new one.
A new one. Why not?
But he has more hits to choose from now because he's such a long. So basically, it's called The Classics, and it goes through his entire career from back in the day to more recent stuff. So if you're a fan but have none of his albums, this is a great way to get into Tony Bennett for sure, without a doubt. And then we have Sophia the First. Do you know Sophia the First?
No, I don't.
Sophia the First is a Disney TV show for kids, cartoon. She's one of the new princesses that Disney breaks to bring out. She's aimed at younger girls. She's a child, basically. So these are songs from her TV show. But what's cool is there are guest appearances by Ariel, by Belle, and by Jasmine. And see, so
all the ones we know.
Yeah, so if you're a Disney princess fan, it's a great compilation. It's a lot of fun. I'm kind of partial to
I'm more interested about
myself.
This one
yes,
right there.
This is An Evening with Janis Joplin, which is a Broadway-type show. This is a cast recording of An Evening with Janis, and it's her wonderful, wonderful music. Of course, she's from Port Arthur, Janis Joplin. It's a great album. It's not Janis, but it's almost as good, but it is her music. So it's
almost as good, though.
Almost as good. Almost as good.
Okay.
Are you a Downton Abbey fan?
You know, my parents watch it, but I never even think about it when it's on.
Do you watch Downtown Abbey? No. Which many of the people come and say, do you have Downtown Abbey season 4? And it's like, oh, I have Downton Abbey. I don't mean to pick on people. I'm sorry, but I think it's kind of funny to call it Downtown Abbey. But anyway, season 4 is out on DVD.
So a lot of people will definitely be excited about
very
this.
popular BBC show. It reminds me a lot. It's almost the same story, really, as Upstairs Downstairs when I was a kid on PBS back in the 70s. And basically, if you're interested in kind of historical family drama where you have, the really rich folks and the servants in the same house, and who doesn't dream of that,
then this
right?
would be the show to watch.
That would be the show to watch.
Okay.
Now, then there's Bad Grandpa. Bad Grandpa is Johnny Knoxville's movie, which he's playing, of course, a grandpa with his grandson, getting in lots and lots of trouble. And I get the feeling in this film they staged a lot of pranks. I think they just showed up in costume and went crazy on people without them realizing it. It just makes for the funniest, when you're walking into a wedding reception and knocking the table over, and it's like, bad, really crude, really funny. Yeah. But it's Johnny Knoxville, who I love. So
it's good. So you approve.
I totally approve of that.
Okay.
Then there's The Fifth Estate, which is the true life story of Julian Assange and WikiLeaks, which is, of course, the website that released all kinds of classified information to the world at large and made him a notorious man on the run sort of thing. But Benedict Cumberbatch plays him, who everyone knows him as Sherlock and everything. Right. He's in every other movie out there right now. He has a large amount of fans. I'm one of his fans as well. So it's great to see him with white hair and doing a really cool accent.
So another Brent approved movie?
Yes, definitely. Okay. Anything with Benedict Cumberbatch is wonderful.
Okay.
Books. Officer and a Spy is written by the author of one of my favorite books, Fatherland. He's really, really good at writing sort of historical spy stories or historical espionage. This one takes place in the 1800s in the French government. And there's someone accused of selling secrets to the Germans. So it's like the Cold War, but it's like in the 1800s. Yeah. So it's that kind of espionage kind of stuff. A lot of fun. And then, of course, new Star Wars book. This one is a prequel to Episode 1, The Phantom Menace. Everyone's favorite character in that film was Darth Maul, the bad guy. Yeah. This is about young Darth Maul kind of making a name for himself with the other Darths. He's on a secret mission in a prison where he's like the bad guy in prison. And it's like a prison fight, escape kind of genre thing in Star Wars. And you got to love some Darth Maul, just getting in there and playing Charles Bronson in prison.
So you have a lot of people coming in for this book?
People come in for every Star Wars book out there.
Anything Star Wars.
And there's a lot of them.
Yeah.
A lot come out paperback, some come out in hardcover, cha-ching. Because it's very, very popular. And with the new movie coming out in a year or two, it's only going to get crazier.
Yeah, that is for sure. Now, what is this?
This is one more. Anna Quinlan's new book, Still Life with Breadcrumbs. Last but not least, another great author, another very much asked for new release this week. People coming in saying, hey, is the new book out? And yes, it is.
Awesome.
So this is another one of, there's just so many things, I can't even bring everything.
Oh, right, we could spend the whole hour talking about
Give me 30 minutes and I can hit most of the new releases.
Right. All right, well, thank you for bringing what you can.
Yes.